Are you working hard enough during your workout? Stay tuned for a simple test to find out. So some recent research has showed that generally when people train on their own in the gym, they don't push themselves. They found that no matter what the weight, even if they give them lighter weights, they'd still do the same number of reps. So the thing being is how do you know that you're working hard enough? And you can use heart rate monitors. There's lots of fitness gadgets on the market nowadays which we can use. But if you're just starting out, they might not be the best tool to use. You might not want to spend out any money. So a lot of athletes actually use something very simple called the Rate of Perceived Exertion, or the RPE Scale for short. And all it is how hard you perceive that you are working on a scale of 1 to 10. With 1 being your sedentary on the settee, not putting in any effort whatsoever, and 10 being your all-out balls to the wall. You know, you're absolutely maxed out, you're going to be sick type. That's a 10. So, and anywhere in between, 5 out of 10 would be you're working sort of fairly hard, but not putting in a massive amount of effort. So what we can say is that for moderate exercise, and government guidelines say we should be having 30 minutes of moderate exercise up to 3 times a week. Well, that's just a minimum. So moderate exercise means you're going to be, it's not really hard, but then it's not kind of easy either. So we want to be looking at around about a 7 out of 10 on the RPE scale that we want to be operating at. So that's the kind of thing, and you can feel your body can feel how hard it's working. You can know if you're really tired and out, and it's very specific, it's very individual, so it's really good. One person's RPE scale is going to be totally different to somebody else's. So it'd be great if you could give this a go. So how does it actually manifest itself, practically when you're out walking or when you're in the gym? Well, funny you should ask. As an example, I'm just going to show you I'm walking now, and I'm talking absolutely fine, but I'm moving, so I'm not a 0 or a 1, so I'm up maybe a 3. So I'm actually getting up there, moving 3 or 4, and if I wanted to up my pace a bit, it's going to get my heart rate going a little bit more, and I'm going to be working up the scale a bit. Now 3 or 4 is great for maintenance and for staying, just generally fit, but if you want to improve your fitness, you're really going to have to up the pace a bit and up your perceived rate up to around about a 6 or a 7. Any more than that and you won't be able to sustain it for long enough. So remember, we're looking for periods of between 30 and 45 minutes at the 7 out of 10 rate. Okay, so just going to go into a light jog. So what we can see now is I'm still talking okay, but my breathing's a little bit harder, and I can think I'm working up the scale to maybe 5 or a 6. So maybe still not hard enough, but I'm going to start eating into those gains again, my fitness gains. So what do I want to do? So I just increase my pace a little bit more. Now the key to this is that you can still hold a conversation, and as you can see, I'm still talking. So I'm not talking as easily as I was when I was walking, but I'm still managing to hold a conversation. So if I start to run a little bit faster, my breathing gets a little bit harder, and I can't sort of start to maintain, I can't finish my sentences. I'm just watching where I'm going, and going to a bit of a sprint, and so I'm not talking, just go down a little bit. I'll go into a sprint and I'm going up to a 9, maybe not a flat out 10 because the terrain's kind of a little bit bumpy, but you get the idea that, you know, I could talk less, go down to a walking pace, and there I am waiting for my heart rate to come down. Now there is a lag, which is why heart rate monitors tend to not be the best for gauging how hard you're working, because the lag in when you're going up through the zone, so to speak, means that like my heart rate now will be still quite high, whereas I'm perceiving that I'm now not working as hard, so I'm back down to zone 3, zone 4, or 3 or 4 out of 10 on the RPE scale. Now, what I want to be doing is I want to be going back up to 6 or 7 and be happy at maintaining that for the duration of the run. However, we can also, you know, this is just an example for cardio of using the zone scale. We can also use it when we're doing strength training. So I'm just going to zip over to the outside gym and show you how we can do that. Okay, so like I say, we can also use this method in the gym using weights. However, I'm in my preferred environment outside, and I'm just going to use a really simple body weight exercise. Okay, so I'm just going to do press ups. So I'm doing press ups. You can do your press ups on your knees, whatever your press ups that you can do, whatever level you're at, you can use that level. And the first thing you want to do is to see how many press ups you can do in one go. You can do 16, keep the maths simple. So you can do 16 press ups before your form starts breaking down a bit. So you start to get a little bit flaky, you can't, you know, your form's not quite right, and you're maxed out. So we'll call that your 100%, that's your 10 out of 10 for the RPE scale. Okay, you have reached your sort of your maximum that you can do. But obviously every time you train, you don't want to be doing your maximum because you risk injury, you know, especially if you're lifting weights and stuff. So you always want to back off a little bit, and you can use the RPE scale for that. So we want to be up around about 7 or an 8 out of 10, which, you know, is 80%. So, you know, you want to be doing around about so 8 reps would be 50%, and 12 reps would be 75%, so three quarters. So, you know, you're looking at maybe if you're doing 16 max, then to get to your 7.5, 8 out of 10, you want to be doing around about 12, and that's always leaving a few in the bank, which is where we want to be, because, you know, we're very rarely going to be doing just one set, so we want to be doing 2 or 3 sets, say, of 12 press ups, which is going to be 7.5, 8 out of 10. And then once in a while, you want to go back to testing your max press ups, so that you can do, you know, you might be able to do 20 in a row. After a month, say, you do your test again, so then 12 isn't going to cut the mustard, you know, because it's just going to be over 50%. It's only going to be 5 sort of out of 10. So you want to, you know, you maybe want to be doing 15 every time then. So you kind of see how it works. Okay, so there we have it, the RPE scale. Please use it next time you're going to work out. Try and measure your score. Try and get to 7 out of 10. and then you can use it in the future as well. If you do use it or you're using it already, then please let me know in the comments. And as always, show some love to the channel. If you could like and subscribe and share, that would be great, guys. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye for now.